If you're thinking about buying a house in Calgary, Alberta in 2025, this video is for you. Right now, we're seeing house prices in Calgary drop from their all-time highs, and I know some of you might be wondering, will this continue in 2025? I expect Calgary house prices to rise again in 2025 and really potentially reach new highs as we go further into the year. And so in this video, I'm going to be explaining why I believe this will happen. My name is Dean Martin, and I'm a local real estate agent here in Calgary. I've lived in Calgary my whole life and have been helping families buy and sell their homes for over 30 years now. I have extensive knowledge of Calgary and what it's like to live here, and would love to share my knowledge with you. If you want to learn all about living in Calgary, Alberta, please consider subscribing to my channel. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on in the Calgary real estate market. For over the past 3 years, Calgary's real estate market has been booming. Our city has experienced massive population growth, and our economy is doing fantastic overall. Because of this explosive growth, there has been more home buyers than homes available for sale. With the high demand and low supply of homes, Calgary's house prices have soared to new record highs. But over the last few months, Calgary's house prices have changed direction and have begun to drop. So why is Calgary house prices dropping, and will this continue into 2025? To figure this out, we need to understand what causes prices to rise and fall. Now, some people think that real estate agents set house prices, but that's just not the case at all. House prices in any city are influenced by the law of supply and demand. If you're not familiar with this law, here's a quick video that I'd like you to watch that explains this law and how it works.
The housing market is driven by two main forces, supply and demand. Together, these affect the price of homes. When more people are trying to sell their homes than buyers are interested in buying, the market becomes flooded with houses. This is called a buyer's market, and it drives prices down. When there are fewer homes available, but many buyers are looking to purchase, this creates a seller's market. Prices rise as buyers compete for the limited homes. When demand increases, perhaps due to population growth, low interest rates, or economic prosperity, prices tend to rise as more people are willing to pay higher prices for homes. On the other hand, if supply increases, due to new construction or more people listing homes for sale, prices tend to decrease as buyers have more options to choose from. External factors such as interest rates, job opportunities, and local population growth also play a key role in shifting supply and demand in the housing market. When supply and demand are balanced, prices remain steady. This creates a stable housing market where neither buyers nor sellers have a distinct advantage. Over time, housing prices rise and fall based on changes in supply and demand, creating a continuous cycle that impacts the housing market.
So using the law of supply and demand, we have a way now to anticipate which direction Calgary house prices will trend as we head into 2025. If the underlying factors of supply and demand remain the same, we can anticipate the same trend direction. So let's take a closer look at the sales data of homes that sold in Calgary and analyze it from the viewpoint of the supply and demand law. One of the best graphs that we have for this is called the inventory and sales graph. So let's jump on my computer and take a look at this. So as you can see, this is the graph, inventory and sales, and this is for all of the inventory of Calgary. So this includes detached homes, semi-detached apartments, and townhouses. And this is all put together. So it is an overview, but it really gives us a good indication of what's happening overall in the market. So the blue bars here is our active listings, the green is sales, and the red is the trend line for the actual sale price. So what this shows us, as I mentioned, is how the supply and demand will affect the sales price. And so what we can see here is that the difference between the sales and the inventory in May was very narrow, and even through the whole spring, what raised the prices was this low supply and high demand. And as we go into fall, we can see the separation here this gap at a much greater rate. and then we can see the prices continue to fall. So what we want to look for to see kind of where things are going to go for 2025 is, will this demand, okay, or sales, will that increase and overtake the amount of supply? So what I'd like to do is let's take a closer look at the main factors that influence the supply of homes and the main factors that determine the demand of homes, and will those change as we go into the new year? I think everybody would agree, and there's a lot of data and a lot of information showing that Calgary's population is expected to grow over the next few years, and again, that's just has a lot to do with what Calgary has to offer as a city, our affordability factor compared to other large cities in Canada, and even the fact that the government, even though they've reduced or planning to reduce the amount of immigrants, foreign immigrants coming into Canada, there's still a lot of people coming into Canada overall, and there's a shortage throughout Canada for housing. So again, it's pretty clear that the demand is going to remain high as we go into 2025 for Calgary. So as far as supply, net migration means the amount of people that are left from leaving and from moving in. So if our net migration is expected to be higher, that means there's not that many people moving out of Calgary. So like in the past, Calgary's seen a lot of people move if there's a change in the oil and gas industry. Calgary's a lot more diversified now, so we're not seeing the changes that we used to see. So people are staying in Calgary. They like it here. They have good jobs here. And again, our net number of people that live here is increasing. So you may be asking, if there's so much demand, why are sales over the past 5 months or so lower than the previous year? I believe the majority of people buying a home currently are first-time home buyers. These buyers are waiting for two things to happen. Number one, they want to get the 30-year mortgage that's going to be coming out in December 15th of this year. And the Bank of Canada is expected to reduce the key interest rate even further. Both of these factors make a huge difference in the affordability of owning a home, which is making it worth the wait for a few months to save potentially hundreds of dollars on a monthly mortgage payment. So bottom line, I believe there's a current downward trend in Calgary house prices just because there's a lot of buyers that are waiting until the end of this year so they can get the best mortgage rate and take advantage of the 30-year mortgage. But will waiting until early 2025 to buy a house in Calgary actually save you money? There is a high probability it may not. Let me explain. If it's true that home buyers are waiting until they can get a lower interest rate and a 30-year mortgage, we're going to see a ton of buying in early 2025. And this may cause house prices to rise even higher than they are now. My recommendation, though, is if you have the ability to purchase sooner rather than later, this could actually save you quite a bit of money on purchasing a home. Start looking for a house now. Take advantage of the additional inventory that we're seeing, as well as there's special deals for homes that are brand new built by builders. And over the next couple of months, you're going to have more choices to find a home and not be under that crazy pressure when there's a limited supply of homes for sale. Also, I recommend working with an experienced real estate agent. This is going to help you with finding the right home for you and your family. An experienced real estate agent that can buy and sell homes in this market is, again, just a huge benefit to you. If you'd like help finding the best home for your family, I'd love to help you out. Please call me or email me today, and let's set up a time to discuss your move to Calgary. If you want to learn more about Calgary's best neighborhoods, I made a video about that. There's a link above here and as well as in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions or comments about the real estate market in Calgary, love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.